Hey guys, it's your boy Blackrue back with another video. I am not a financial advisor. Anything I say is for entertainment purposes. Alright, so we're going to get into the crypto coin Vechain. And the reason I'm going to get into that, I've held Vechain for a bit, but on the Ruell report that comes on Benzinga's YouTube at 8 p.m. Eastern, me and the producer, Aaron Bry, and Luke Jacoby, we're talking VeChain. And let me just let you know the value you get out of watching the Ruell report. Let's just go look at good old VeChain. So VeChain was around, so on the 12th. And we're not going to take it. So my show was Monday, which was what? The 12th. Okay? So we're not going to take it from the beginning of the day, and it's not because that was the highest price. That's because that's not when the show aired. So around when the show aired, it was around like, let's just say 13. Let's call it a good 13. So 13 cents, and since it touched 26 here, I'm going to go ahead and say that's a 100% gainer in a week. You're not getting that with stocks. You're getting that from the Ruell report with Aaron Bry, with Luke Jacoby, three amigos, three musketeers, a tripod, if you will. That's the type of value you're getting right there with the Ruell report. All right. So, but if we want to be real with it and say 13 and find a percentage of what it is right now at this current time, I think I'll do 13 divided by 22, which is 59%. But we already saw it already got up to 26. So there you go. So back to VeChain. This is VeChain's chart. As you can see, just like I said, since the 12th, it's gone as much as 26 cents. On a nice pullback, probably going to grab some more since it's on this pullback. Honestly, I think it's the next Cardano. But when I got real deep into VeChain, the problem VeChain solves is VeChain is a cryptocurrency based on solving the problems for supply chain. If you guys don't know, we've had a lot of supply chain issues lately. We've had supply chain issues with the Rona vaccine. We've had supply chain issues with semiconductors and not having enough for auto companies. We had the whole Suez Canal being blocked up, and a lot of the world's commerce and trade goes through there. We had a supply chain problem for that. They're trying to solve that problem here with VeChain. And I saw something that looked really good. It was saying that becomes the first 5-star rated block. See, they're not letting you see these at your own pace. 5-star rated blockchain service provider in the world certified by someone. So I'm not sure what 5 stars mean and what that gives them, but they're the first. And if we look at some of their partners, I was just blown away when I looked at their partners. And I don't even think they have all of them on here. BMW, right? BYD, Warren Buffett stock, EV stock there. They got Renault. They have, I think the owner of Renault is married to Salma Hayek. So jealous of that. But moving on, Haier. They're big over in Europe. So they got an epic list of partnerships here. And if we were to go into the deep bit of it, they they have an application service layer that's totally about I'm not gonna go into to this deep of a level, but if just a little bit. So they have a IoT layer, which is Internet of Things. If you're not familiar with that, I'm a computer engineer, so I kind of know what that is. Um, Internet of Things is basically like putting, let's say, the internet on things. So let's say that we put the internet on a pop machine, and whenever that pop machine went out, there would be a signal sent over the internet or an email sent over the internet to the guys that service that pop machine to say, "Hey, we're out of Coke, we're out of product. Come fill it now." So that's great, right? Because your supply chain is really not broken there. That makes sure that you're getting the max revenue out of this machine because it's never sitting there like a day without pop, or like say the guy's route is like every week, so it's not sitting there 2 days without pop or soda. I'm from Detroit, so I call it pop. But your machine's not sitting there without soda. The Internet of Things is taking care of that for you. Or the same thing would be like for a supply chain for like semiconductors. If you got to a certain point with that where you're out of semiconductors, it would just automatically email your providers, and your providers would just say if they have it and they ship it to you automatically. There's no broken parts in the supply chain there. Um, or I'm sure you would probably set it to like, okay, when we get down to like 10 semiconductors, I want you to order more. So they have wallets here. They have turnkey solutions. I'm thinking that's kind of like a validation of who you are. Um, traceability. So traceability checkpoint. SKU and vid management. So they're managing like all the different products you have. Like excuse me, with my company, they like put a sticker and they track every different item, because you got these computers, you got your equipment that you do to fix certain things. You want to track all of that, and this application will put it in a blockchain, make it immutable, like uncorruptible, and you can track it. Then you got your project dashboard. You got see, there's the device order that I was talking about. um, so probably have the V research. This is probably going to do some type of metrics and determine like, okay, we run out of stuff like every 2 weeks. If we did X and X, they have some prognostics probably with it too. If we did X and X things, maybe we can cut down. Um, we can improve production and get things done. Instead of 2 months, we can do it in a month and a half. And then once we get it in a month and a half, and now we can get it in a month. Or there'd be prognostics to say, okay, every 2 months we're out of semiconductors, so let's make sure that every 2 months, like like every month and a half, that's when we send out the order. So we make sure that there's no breaks in supply chain. We want to make sure we go send out for some before there's an outage. Um, so they also have the mobile wallet. The mobile wallet would probably be attached to some type of um, like tablet, and you could probably go around and like scan these SKUs in. It would tell you if you're missing something. Just really important real world stuff. Um, and think about like with the coronavirus, they had supply chain problems. If they were using this, none of that would have happened. It would have notified them in time. It would have kept track of all the different moving parts, and it would have let them know much ahead of time, so they didn't have to worry about that. So they say Toolchain. This is their Toolchain system. Is a blockchain as a service platform called Toolchain. So blockchain as a service, I'm assuming that it's similar to software as a service. It's just something that's on the web that you can use an application that's on the web that you can use and apply. Toolchain service is a comprehensive blockchain platform offering diverse services, including product lifecycle management, which is a big thing. Different Microsoft tools do that, but if it's in the blockchain, that just gives it a whole level of automation and a whole level of immutability. That's awesome. Um, you want to track the project lifecycle from like requirements to like production to validation and verification on to like production and support. You want to follow that whole life cycle. Supply chain process control. You want to have processes in place. Like you think of one of the first really big processes is like assembly workers in this assembly line. Henry Ford figured that out. If I got workers in the assembly line, they're going to get the stuff done way faster than me sending this guy and then me sending that guy. I just set up this kind of automation, having guys in the line, in the assembly line, responsible for their certain task, and that's the process that they put in place. So in this case, you're going to control all the processes you have in place to get something done. Data deposit, data certification, deposit certification. With Toolchain, any sized business, no matter how large or small, can utilize blockchain technology to further enhance brand perception and value, as well as expand into new business models using immutable, uncorruptible data. So that's pretty awesome. I'm sure this is going to do some metrics and prognostication to determine things for you and make your business better based off of all the work, because this has been going on, I believe, since 2016, based on all the work that they've done and tested with companies. So this makes me really gaga and head over heels about them in the future, just because of what's all been going on with supply chain. So investors, I'm not familiar with any of these. I think Capital, Brayer, I think are really big guys. DNV, I believe, is too. I don't know what Draper Dragon is. Let's see. They have some milestones here. Taking forever for them to show up. Guess we'll just skip those milestones. Be nice if I can just find there. Roadmap. Ooh, they're covering agriculture too. Agriculture. So for farms and ranches, this blockchain-based agriculture solution provided by Vechain is a big data platform designed for agriculture, which keeps track of all agriculture-related data generated during planting, breeding, production, and processing, packaging, logistics, and sales. All collected data will be stored on the Vechain Thor blockchain with authorization. The data on the blockchain can be shared with participants and end users, providing reliable data for analysis and facilitating development of smart agriculture. So I'm assuming that all of this different planning, production, processing, packaging, and logistical sales, they're going to package up whatever thing they're harvesting or whatever, and they're going to determine how much food they're using, and they're going to run all these different metrics, and there are going to be certain prognostications. And when I say prognostication, I mean like kind of predictions of the future or predictions about how you can improve something. They're not anything concrete. They're just based off of predictions for solutions that they know work. So they have their own internal prognostication. So they're probably going to have some prognostication to tell you what planting is good, what production and processing is good, what packaging is good, and they just streamline your whole process and bring together all this data, right? That's what a lot of life is about, and what's most valuable today, right? Data. If they can get all this data together, good for them. better for your business. And they go into that a little bit here. So that's VeChain in a nutshell. Really excited about their partners. I hear they're supposed to be really big over in China, and that they're going to be a part of the Chinese digital dollar. This is hearsay. I'm not. This is what I've heard. I'm not a financial advisor. This is purely for entertainment purposes. But I really like what I see from them, and I honestly think they're the next Cardano if you really look at it. Um, so so let's see, there's even more stuff here to look at. There's just so much to digest with this company. Highly suggest you guys go on vchain.com and take a look. Also, this week on the Ruell report, we will be going over crypto coins that are designed to solve money transaction problems. So, usually, when you transact money, there's like waiting period. Your bank has to clear. Their bank has to clear. Like kind of how we got this whole mess with Robinhood and how they like shut down everything with GameStop because stuff had to pass the clearinghouse. Um, the same kind of happens with us and like paychecks and being paid and stuff like that, or money transactions. They have to pass these clearinghouses. There's all these different surcharges, and there's some crypto coins kind of just looking to get rid of that whole thing. And I'm going to go over them and say which ones I think are best, which ones are best suited for the future, and the ones I am investing in and the ones I like. So yeah, so catch us on Monday at 8 p.m. Peace, guys.